Right,
we do have our final match for the day. We will have Ragnoth versus Nintendo coming up the next couple days. We have VG versus Metthaios. So that'll be exciting to see. VG did have to async. He is currently not home to play video games. Yeah, he's at ASM. Gonna do a beginner KH2 NE% race versus Nintendo.
So both of them were at ASM, so had to async all their races for this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna just letting Metthaios know that he can start whenever.
Get that nice sync up.
So
I was gonna ask, as the person who had to set up the async, do you know how VG does?
I do, and I'm not gonna lie, I know how this ends, but the minor details I kind of already forgot.
I would immediately black that out. There's no way.
Oh yeah.
All these seeds run together. You just watched an entire extra seed with BD and double. There's no chance.
Yeah, like the amount of seed you get from playing, from just watching something, hell no. Even worse.
Yeah, immediately hopping in. Looks like they got a solid Kingdom Key. They're at 6-5. That's always the first thing I look at whenever I load in a seed. Is just, all right, what do my stats look like? Oh, probably want to keep that finishing plus on. Yeah.
I think it's just a suggestion.
Yeah, it's solid. I liked you using the double finishing pluses, both of you in that last seed. That explosion, just getting to it as much as possible.
Oh yeah, it's really fun.
So there's like Met elects to go straight into Pride Lands. We'll see if VG is going to follow suit.
Oh yeah.
Pass VG.
It's very, very standard opening. There are some players that will go for a different opening, since in Yeet you don't have to worry about it quite as much. But I think you're still going to see most players start around here. But
we did
early
see
final form.
Yeah, that's very nice. Don't have to look for that this time. You guys gotta love in that last seed that y'all went and forced it. And then
thank God he also did.
Yeah, yeah. So both of you, I was like, you get it in Pride Lands. But either way, it doesn't matter. They're both getting to start off with final form, and they're both getting to start off rich off that money pouch in level 2.
Very nice opening. Having a money pouch, especially when these seeds run around like an hour 15 on average, if you just get a full money pouch worth of ethers, you're probably never needing to get ethers ever again.
Speaking of other things that were a little difficult in the last seed, we got the skill and crossbones right up front. Again, no free world unlocks. I say free, you got to buy them. They would be free this season at the money pouch. But no world unlocks in the Sim shop, so any of those you can find, the better. The skill and crossbones is definitely one of the most important to find, as about half of Port Royal is locked behind it. Compared to most other worlds where it's only usually like maybe a half dozen checks or so.
LOD2 is another pretty strong one to get that.
Oh yeah, because skips are off this.
Are skips on or off for Yeet?
You can do skips actually for Yeet.
I lied.
It is specifically formats 2 and 4 that you cannot do skips. So King of the Datas, King of the Worlds, you cannot do skips.
Yeah, Spike just played his first King of the Data seed. It's hard to
keep up. I'm confused. It's tough.
Yeah, the math is definitely different in that, especially with the first visit reports changing up the math quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Now, one talking point I do want to bring up very quickly. It's kind of small. Some people are like, "Who's Metthaios?" For a little bit, Met decided, "Hey, I'm gonna go play under my alias Silence." So that is why.
So yeah, that's also Met.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they're the same person, and we could tell by their play style something was up. They played basically the same. Only recently Met decided to come out and say, "Okay, I'm Silence." So from here on out, we're basically only gonna refer to Met as Met, not Silence.
Yeah, it's very funny, but those of us that have been here a while, Met is one of the best players. One of the best at being very incredibly mechanical, definitely up there with like VG himself, Sonic, and a lot of those players that are known for the variants of strats they can go for and how just mechanically amazing they are.
We're able to find 2 world unlocks, that final form and cure. And other than that, not a lot of minor tools in there. So not a super exciting Pride Lands for sure.
Yeah, nothing too interesting there. Definitely Final Form's the biggest pickup they really got there. We're going to see the usual shotgun route of going straight to LOD and just going around the GOA counterclockwise. We'll usually end off in Agrabah to get their first int, assuming that they go to TR, which I assume they would.
Very, very slight route divergence. You got VG electing to go over. Getting a negative combo right there. Again, you all got to see in the last seed how negative combo can sometimes also just really be nice for, if you want to get to one of like your ground-based finishers or something, can be really good for Space Paranoids grinding potentially. Or if you want to push through Roxas, if you happen to find 2 negative combos, that could be a pretty quick way to actually dispatch them.
Yeah, doubling the combo is definitely a really strong way to get rid of some bosses. But yeah, VG, skipping Halloumi Town early, which is very interesting.
Yeah, he's been doing this actually quite a bit. Like for like the ABN settings, he was doing that. For Path, he's been sort of doing this as well. I think that he just likes doing this maybe because it's a sort of smaller world.
Yeah, less glide variance.
Distance. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's lack of glide or air dodge is less impactful for sure.
That's always something you see a lot more as you get to the top players. And Rando's been going around for a little over 3 years, and you've seen some of the same players stick around the entire time. VG is one of the ones that was also around that entire time. And you'll just see some little things that just slowly... It's harder and harder to squeeze out those little time saves. Back in the day, you'd just get lucky and you win. But nowadays, you can't really rely on that to win in these settings, and you have to squeeze out every little time save you can. Ooh, a glide on levels.
Another glide on level 10. Exactly.
Was it
like
10 last time? Oh my gosh.
It was the exact same check. Wow.
Same seed. It's fun.
Yo. Also, probably the more, well, just as important, I would say, you also getting the baby magnet there on level 7.
Oh, yeah. Magnets, definitely comboed with like a reflector to the 2 strongest spells in the game. No contest. Yeah, Met's actually gonna maybe potentially lap VG here though, because going through OC with that extra glide.
Yeah, actually.
So while you can try your best to route around, see, with the nice thing, like I mentioned about like trying to go for those smaller worlds, the whole point around that is you're kind of playing the odds a bit of like, if I find a glide here, then I'll save time later. But if I don't, it's such like little rooms that you're not really losing time to missing out on an early glide in a bigger room. So if someone finds a glide in like TT1, but like, yeah, like that, but like they still have to go around TT1 to get that with nothing. So it isn't really that big of a difference. So you're kind of playing the odds. The same reason we start with Pride Land, since that one's not going to get any faster. Any tools you get there and any movement you get there is going to make the entire game faster.
Dude, I can't wait for first visit locks in the main branch.
I would love it.
Yeah, dude, because people always ask, why do you always? I get it like every other seed. Like, why do you go to Pride Lands first? It's because
you like it.
6 different reasons you need to do Pride Lands first. The only way it will be first is if you lock us out of it. So,
yeah,
that'd be great.
Just to turn off Pride. Even in settings where Pride Lands is a 0 and it's like ABN or something, people still go to Pride Lands hoping that they find some movement or some good abilities. Like,
yep,
it always has something. It always does.
It always has something.
It's 26 checks.
Yeah, Spike, you used to have your like tracker that told you exactly how many checks were in each world.
Oh yeah, we need to update that one, because ever since Stat Sanity became a thing, it was like, these numbers don't mean anything anymore. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Pride Lands, it was like, back in the day, there were 29 checks there, and you got 26 of them by just going up and talking to Simba. Yeah, you couldn't beat that value. Like you said, the movement is never going to get better, and you're manipulating the first fight. Like, come on.
Yeah, especially later, like earlier in Randa, they also started letting us start with Lion Dash early. Usually, you only get that like a little after going to the Pride Rock as you go into, I think it's Wildebeest Valley. I think is that one.
Yeah, it's roughly there.
So it's right there. Normally, you'd get Dash, but it was just like a why not quality of life thing that we got, and it was just made that even better.
It was a little subtle combat thing that both Met and VG both did, where I don't know if it was because they were turned away or they were just a certain distance from those enemies, but once you start Dance Call, if both of them are airborne, it will draw them in from across the arena, but if they're sitting on the ground, it doesn't pull them. So I don't know if it was they were creating enough distance going to a chest, if they were maybe keeping the camera off of them or what. Both of them able to pull it in and get those super quick kills, super clean kills from both players.
Yeah.
Yo, the landing
that
on
was
the
actually
trumpet,
awesome.
The tech, that is the coolest thing I've seen in the last year of KH2 rando speedrunning. That was awesome.
Spike, you didn't like my magic cancel I did in this room earlier?
I did not see it.
I used to hear a magic cancel there. And also, Met losing 8,000 years by going through the hallway here instead of save warping. But this is kind of what you choose to do if you have Valor or Wisdom, because then you can just level on those shadows there. But
you're going to make that extra screen transition anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Both of them going to be going for, Met having Mini just barely get clipped right there. Not going to be pushing that mouse, hopefully, all the way across. And as you can see, it's a very touchy thing. You can see players kind of pivoting back and forth on her right side to make sure she's not going to like shift off the wall at all.
Yeah, it's definitely a strat that really was kind of like no one really went for it until we got to use PC, because on the PS2 version, it was so much harder because her hitbox is about as big as like literally her model is, whereas on PC, both her and we'll see later pushing Abu, their hitboxes are a little bigger, so it's a little easier to push them around. But before, it was awful. You saw maybe only like 2 players maybe go for it.
It is so specific of a trick to do. I hated it.
It is. It's so hard. Some people even opt to not even just push normally, also get a couple dodge rolls against the wall, pushing her a little easier that way, or with quick run. That strat has kind of fallen out of it.
Yeah, it was sick if you had like a level 3 quick run, you went to go push her, you just go, just shoot across the wall. It's great. But really it is much harder, yes.
Yeah, I like went for it for a while, and then I was like, I'm losing more time with this than I was saving. So trying to see if, like, in terms of our shotguns and everything, if both of our players have covered all the same ground. Yeah, neither one of them have been to Agrabah. Yeah, this is exact same content to this point. Met just a half of a throne room ahead. Yeah, I think just because they're getting that glide before VG did. I think that's literally that difference right now.
Just making up that little bit of difference right there.
So that just shows, because people don't believe that there's a lot of difference between a glide. That was maybe a minute or 2 that VG went without a glide, and that already made about 40 seconds difference.
Well-routed Valor form experience right there, getting that Valor level 3, topping it off.
Super strong.
That's all we're going to be able to see from drives. And oh, wait, no, we have final form. I'm lying. I think you all the way to 4. I'm making crap up.
Could. Met did top player things. Met opted to ignore the 2 chests on the, what is it, the hill? I forget what it's called. Cornerstone Hill? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he ignored those 2 chests because he's about to grab them right now.
Yeah, he picks them right now because it's faster.
Wait, was that a reflect in the last seed?
It was as well.
Oh my god!
What's going on?
What is going on? You jammed the same seed. Dude, I am a believer. I've played enough randomizers to confirm this conspiracy theory, or at least bring it up on stream to get some crap from people. I am a believer that
sometimes... Comet?
Wait, what?
Or did he buy Whirligoof?
Hey, yo? Whirligoof strats?
It will be Met, if anyone. Or VG. VG is actually... like, shout out to VG. VG is also the level 1 any percent world record holder in the actual Kingdom Hearts 2 speedrun. At least for the gummy skip stuff. And so in that one, a lot of Whirligoof tech was added in the past year or so.
Oh, really? That's it.
Yeah. There's some Whirligoof stuff that's done in like TT3 and in Final Fights.
So once again, both players have done all the exact same content, just in a slightly different order. So again, you are just Met about, 15, 20 seconds ahead right here. Just went through the entire bazaar. We really are not finding a lot of progression. Again, we are at the end of this world. We should be getting our first 3 hints. And we asked it last seed. No one got it. Everyone guessed 0, 1, 3, and 4. Pick number between 0 and 5 this time. How many pages are about to get hinted in about 2 minutes from now?
I'm guessing just 2. No, I'm guessing 2. I think only 1. I don't think we're going to get that lucky.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna go
I
with
personally already
3
forgot.
bomb. Yeah, you already forgot.
Yeah, I literally have 0 idea what happens for the rest of the seed until the very end. I'm gonna say 1.
Oh yeah, I guess you shouldn't guess.
Spike, the people want to know what your conspiracy is.
Oh no, my conspiracy is that if you gen a seed like 2 in a row, I'm sure you didn't gen these in a row. Funny scimitar in Agrabah. If you gen 2 in a row, then like the seed only mostly changes. Sometimes things will just get stuck and things just get dropped in the same spot. Like, come on, that's 2 things that are exact same as the last seed. It's basically the same thing. That's why you see vanilla sometimes. It's
I
real.
deleted that image from my desktop that had like the guy. I forget what his name is, but the guy pointing in the background with the lines, like the randomizer pictures.
Yeah, it's always sunny.
God, good show by the way.
Yeah, with like the
Luigi.
Yeah, Charlie.
Yeah, a little Charlie Day action.
There we go.
All right,
that's his name.
see to me. I'm gonna go 3 pages. Give me 3. I want a 3 bomb right here. 1,
and that is none.
It's a 0.
Oh, 0. The Proud Fang kind of looks like a torn page from this distance on this track.
There it is, wins.
Here it is with a fat 0. There is a limit form, deeper in
Raiden
Agrabah.
also wins.
Hey, yo. Busy Castle is hinted dead, so they won't be going back to Windows. And Hollow Bastion with Reflera, Magnera, the Proud Fang, Bone Fist, and the Battlefields of Horror.
Of what now?
Of Horror. Of Horror.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Both
Both
things
players
go TT.
own a TT. They both got final form. I get this as the first kind of, I guess, post shotgun, just push here as well. Now, will they just shotgun, or are they going to say, I also want to get Valor to 4 or final to 4?
Yeah, I'm just surprised that either shotgun one never was, or did HP 1. I would have these players I usually see opting for shotgunning those early.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another money pouch, so they can buy all the ethers and then some.
They're giga rich.
Is there elixirs in this setting? I forgot.
Yes, I'm pretty sure every shop has
okay.
elixirs.
Yeah, and job
Elixirs
recoveries,
and
of course.
recoveries and such. Yeah.
So job recoveries is a very strong thing I
Yes.
find there. People definitely discount them, but being able to just use like a high drive and just final after each fight, especially in low movement seeds, and you level final to 3 and final to 5, that's an instant glide 2 or glide 3 you have for those rooms that you can use it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really strong thing that a lot of people don't do.
We have found our first torn pages unhinted here in Twilight Town in the Tram Common.
Gotta love it.
Is doing
Gotta
the
find
station
one.
fight.
Not too
I like the
surprising. It's
close
like
to
any
it.
final to 4. I wonder how we're going to see them approach it, or if we're just going to see them we jump and attack like a lot of people do.
Yeah, but I only have to get final to level 4 on pretty much any multiplier. I just go straight physical combos the entire time. That's going to build up the hint counter very fast.
Ooh,
You're very
Item
safe
toss.
on that
It would be Met if anyone going for item toss stuff. It's always Met. Met, see, got a couple of record holders here. Met's also the level 1 data oracle record holder on PC. So, Met definitely knows his item toss stuff.
We have VG in chat now to watch his demise.
Hey, what's up?
BG is cheating, watching the race.
Wow. I don't think you're allowed to be in the chat during the race. You're watching the restream.
Yeah. Good morning, VG. I heard that you were sleeping from Inton.
Right, we do have a second torn page from TT.
That
So it's
might
already
be
2
why
found.
none were hinted on the first set of 3. We've got 2 in here.
Maybe they're all here.
The first seed I did of Yeet the Crown to get ready for these. I forgot if I rolled it or Zach rolled it or what it was, but We started with one page, and the other 4 were in 2 worlds. Weren't going to be hinted until the 13th and 15th.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was like,
Yikes.
wow, what a first Yeet seed. Yeah, we're still seeing both players. Again, they've done all the exact same content. 2 pages. You got to expect they're both going to leave here in the lower part of the tower, I would think. No, Met actually going to go a little higher. Maybe try to get Valor up to 4, topped off. We'll see if VG elected to go up the same path. Met also finding a fire there.
Okay, Met is opting to just use Final Fire in here. Makes a lot of sense. You just want to get through these as fast as possible. You also get the chance to frame trap the shadows whenever they come out of the ground with the fire. You could opt to level Valor, potentially, if you really wanted in these, but it's pretty slow to do so.
Yeah.
There was
You
something
got
you see a
some
lot.
Beast Castle right there that can be pretty quick for it as well. And you don't know anything about drives either. So unless that one Valor level is really making a difference,
Yeah.
probably better just to hold it. But so with what you've got now, again, they're really about to get out of the shotguns. Both of them going up here. What is your next play? Are you feeling maybe a Port Royal? You feel like you're kind of going to be digging somewhere unhinted.
Yeah, Met's definitely a big fan of PR, and I think Met's in a weird spot where they're only 1 level away from Valor 4, whereas VG's got a couple levels to work with, so I wouldn't be surprised if I saw VG go into BC to get those Valor levels, whereas Met might not really go for it because you don't really have that kind of like double value.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd be more expecting Met to go to PR here, but maybe just shotgun BC and just let himself like die from the fight.
Yeah, PR, BC, and OC all seem like pretty solid different options here. And again, you're going to be seeing the very next play is go do all this content. You're going to go get 9 checks, see if anything happens to be early here.
Yeah, we're both wrong. I forgot they had pages.
Yeah. I meant after this.
Yeah.
Play. Yeah. But yeah, OC's decent. OC, Port Royal, each of those give you 6 points for the first visit. Beast Castle gives you 5 while also allowing you to top off, say, like a Valor Form or something. And all 3 give a pretty similar just number of checks. So any of them are pretty valid. If I have a good magic stat with like a Thunder or something like they've got, I like Port Royal.
Yeah, PR is really good. I know you're a big proponent of like an early OC push. But that's definitely one of the longer ones to do, but it's a lot. I think it's probably the most checks of most of the first visits. But for that one, you want a little more crowd control to work with. So maybe like a Magnera as a Magnus Slash. Probably the places that have Magnus Slash is the strongest.
Right. Yeah, Magna Burst is probably where kind of the breaking point where you'd say you would maybe prefer an OC. So it also helps if you're maybe bringing like a master form over there. One thing that's nice about OC is that you're not going to do a lot of form leveling there. So if you feel like you want to hold forms a little bit, you want to hold a Beast Castle Parlor, Port Royal Minute Fight or something, you can do that. Whereas OC, you're kind of just getting through the fight.
There are a couple things that you can multitask with. I see a lot of people that opt to level Valor on OC Demix. They can definitely level Master on Hydra, and you can also maybe level Wisdom on Hades Escape or Limit Form on either Cerberus, or you can get 1 limit per Urns minigame.
Mm-hmm. Did see an ice cream right there here at Rabbit's house. So they've not found a picture, so that by itself doesn't do anything, but who knows? Maybe, like you said, maybe all 5 pages are just in Twilight Town.
Yeah. It always sucks when you get ice cream before a picture, because you're like, come on, that literally does nothing.
It actually does nothing right now.
And I kind of feel like we're probably going to see a Beast Council push next from probably both these racers. It's like the
At least
safest
VG.
play. Yeah, VG plays relatively safe and conservative for most of the time.
If you're thinking about your breaking point where you're going to get that hint, you're going to get it after Beast if you go there right now. You need 3 more points for that next set of hints, which is really, to me, what I want to see. What is the most efficient way for me to get that next set of hints so I can maybe inform something?
Yeah.
Whereas Port Royal, the breaking point would be, I think, the boat fight, actually.
Yeah. I think that the thing they're probably really waiting for is either Met pushing HB. Makes sense.
Okay.
I
We
think the main
already
thing
had
they're really waiting
information
for is
on it, but we got 3 world unlocks here. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just the main thing they're probably waiting for PRs, maybe holding out for an experience boost.
Mm-hmm.
Because definitely when you're stuck in a fight for a minute, you want to do as much as you can in that minute.
Right.
So in Summit Fighter, some fight you don't have as much to do. Really, all you can go for is maybe going for some money of getting a lot of Bolt Tower kills or just leveling Limit Form. Whereas in PR is definitely the most versatile, where you can either just level Sora really well, you can level Limit, you can level Valor, you can level Master if you have Drive Converter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot you can do there. But definitely a little more dangerous. Here it is, the shocking one that ever was. They don't have reflects. I don't know if they have the greatest things to fight Roxas, but it's not like out of the question.
Oh, I would never. You imagine actually fighting him.
Fight him with the 1 negative combo. Steal the Keyblades and you do 1
fans.
jump over. Yep.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't know if we have Combo Master yet, actually.
Oh,
don't
yeah,
think
you
we
did
do.
Combo Master. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, who needs it? I do love that we've been seeing more. Like, for the longest time, no one ever went through that portal to leave. Everyone, you didn't know you can do that?
I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. For the longest time, no one did that. And then I was like, I feel like if you have a higher glide, it's better to do this. And it's like, you've only really started seeing it in the past few months that people actually started considering it.
All right, VG, like y'all called, going into Beast Castle. Should be getting his Valor level 4 here pretty soon.
So yeah.
Oh,
Stitch.
actually, okay. Space Paranoid's grind looking a little saucier right now.
SP grind, maybe just using it on PR. Like,
Hey, yo.
Stitch is really nice in PR because it's just a consistent way you can get, especially for the boat fight. It's a really good way to deal with that. Really funny in PR, the way that it's coded, because normally, obviously, pirates will drop magic and money. The way it's coded in boat fight is nothing will drop, period, including Peter Pan's magic orbs. So if you're using Pan and you're trying to just hit something, nothing will drop, because the only thing I could drop is the medallion. Spike just learned that you can leave the world that ever was through the portal that you come in through, as opposed to just the save point. But in game, normally that portal takes you betwixt in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's nuts. That 3 years later, I just learned something.
Yeah, Spike, you've also been playing the randos about as long as it's been a thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, Matt electing to also come in. I believe he did the Bailey back there. So went all the way through HB1, didn't find anything. So membership card, locking the rest of it, as usually is.
As it always does. Membership card is the craziest one because it just locks 95% of HB.
Now, that being said, we are looking at an HB that on the surface is probably not locking anything.
But there's 3 vision unlocks in there.
3 smaller ones, though. You don't have the picture, the ice cream or anything. No. Proud Fang locking maybe 5 checks. Bone Fist 7 or 8 checks. The Battlefields of War another 7 or 8 checks. So maybe about 20 checks locked behind what's in HB2. Yeah, so it looks like VG has the lead overall, but Met does have that HB1 over him. Potentially an HB1 that maybe VG never does. We'll see.
I feel like you just shotgun it anyway at some point. Just shotgun it. Maybe if you need that 1 single point, it's actually really good.
It's also if you're ever out of drive, it's a really good one to do.
Yeah, that was the main vehicle I used HB1 for a while. I screwed up and lost all my drive. Now here, they have $1 million. They can buy drive recoveries. That's not a problem.
We'll say, because of that Bailey that Met did, he actually will be able to get his next point reveal from getting to Beast's room. Unfortunately for VG, is 1 point off, so we'll have to figure out where to get that point. Might as well be Bailey.
Come on, Dark One push.
Other place.
See, I think more people need to have more value in pushing Darkthorn.
Yup, we talked about this during y'all's race. Yeah. More like, when you don't really have the info for where stuff is, and you go up to a Darkthorn, up to a hostile program, up to like a prison keeper, just fight them.
Yeah, the only reason I didn't do it in that race is because I already had pages hinted.
Yeah, you had a ton of info. Yeah, that made sense in your situation. But this is where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to fight Darkthorn.
Oh, wait,
maybe not VG because he'll just have gotten his hint. But
especially with Beast Claw, because Rumbling Rose check is also another couple checks and a progression point, and you have to kill a few Dragoons, get really good levels, and you might get a bulky vendor spawn. There's just so much value.
Yep.
Definitely tech that you don't really see much in Rando, except for maybe in ABNs. The fact that you can manipulate the bulky vendor spawns, so you get it in every single second visit. Trinity and BC past Thresholder, as always.
Hey, yo.
No one cycles today.
Another Thunder.
Some good magics here. Yeah, Thundara, Baby Blizzard, Peter Pan was in here as well. So Beast Castle definitely giving a lot of tools.
Oh, yeah.
And about to give us our 4th, 5th, and 6th hints right now. All right. 3 more pages, and we're about to learn any of them.
0 faith. Maybe 1 page. Wow, another glide. I forgot about that. That's a really nice glide location.
Very nice. I think the seed's gonna make our players work for it. I don't think we're getting a page hinted.
All right, VG, taking your advice from the past.
I just physically clapped. I was very happy to see this.
Now, if you're Met, are you just going on to the next world? You're going to base it off what these hints say.
Yeah.
For all we know, his hints are about to say, Beast Castle's done, dude. Get out of here.
Exactly. That's always the saddest thing when you do Darkthorn, and then that is the one that's the hint that tells you that Darkthorn's dead.
Ooh, very clean from VG.
Quick kill there from VG.
Always loving a good one cycle Shadow Stalker. Getting some windowless there. And chandelierless.
Yeah, I was like, that's chandelierless. They didn't even think about a window.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite things I remember seeing in early Rando. There's a few ways to do it. You can just do it with just Thunder. There's some cool ways you can do it with Chicken Little, where you just pull them immediately. Chicken Little does affect Dark and Shadow Stalker. It's really funny.
Learning that Sora's Heart is done, Drives has second chance, and Twilight Town does not have any more pages. Really, no progression outside of Wisdom forms there.
Definitely a really strong hint, because not only do we see there's no more pages in TT, we also see that Forms doesn't have anything, so you don't even need to push further in TT for that Wisdom. The only thing really might want there is just the value of having another form and Magnet, and potentially even once more being really strong.
So effectively eliminating Sora's Heart, Twilight Town, and Dry Forms really from the progression pool. And now we see VG, just going into Port Royal. Yeah, this definitely was the next one that made sense for just having no information.
Unfortunate for Met, he does miss the Chandelierless, as we're calling it. It's a tiny bit off of damage.
See, normally, like we're not really good at naming things. We just don't name things.
Right. We're just like, listen, this will be embarrassing.
This is just Shadow Stalker Quick Kill, I guess. The thing is, no one even knows Shadow Stalker's name.
Oh, he got grabbed. Oh, he got grabbed.
Oh, the swag grab.
Oh my god, it's so much damage.
It does do a hefty chunk.
Yeah.
I don't even think they had a reaction boost. That's just raw strength stat.
Met also has a couple really good strats, mainly with item toss. There's an item toss strat for Darkthorn there that is really strong. There's also an item toss strat that's really cool for Shan Yu, where you get him to the last phase, then you reflect item toss as he charges and he just dies.
Interesting call right here by Met. Going to be going right into BC2. I forget if the Rumbling Rose, does that give you a check?
It gives you 2 checks. This gives you a progression point.
Yeah, 2 checks. Oh, and this is a point. Okay.
Yes, you get it from the Dragoon.
Yeah, so really making Beast Castle a quick 6-point play, effectively.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh my god, these stats.
One of those, that's kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, these are really crazy stats.
You honestly could just do Zaldin. Like,
Zor's
you have
so
a good final
buff.
level.
Sub 20 levels, and you're already above the 30. Like, that's not what you normally see here.
Now, Zaldin gives you how many points? Is he like
3?
3.
Yeah, that is valid right now to just get 7 and 8. It really would not take you that much longer to do it. Your strength stat is pretty high.
Ah, okay, he leaves. This makes sense.
He's gonna.
I respect it.
Coward.
There probably isn't just a faster set of 3 points anywhere right now. Like Port Royal's probably the next fastest you're gonna get.
Yeah, and like, well, Zoltan isn't like a bad player or anything. It's also a Donald check, so maybe you get a duck flare there.
Right.
But it definitely feels like I'm pushing too far when there's not really a reason to.
Sure.
When you're just looking at numbers, checks per minute, there's always the extra level of do I keep pushing the info that I don't think my opponent has gone here and keep just taking that lead, assuming something good is here, or if there's nothing here, am I just going to keep digging myself in a deeper hole?
Right.
Ooh, not having a bit
I'm
of
so
struggles
surprised
here.
that the magnet didn't take either one.
I think it was just a little bit too high. That might have been the issue.
So both of
So
our
by the end of
players
this-
still pretty blindly searching for 3 pages. Still got 10 hints left out there to find.
We will get our next
It's just
set of
going to be
hints
one
after this
800
Port
acre
Royal.
like always.
Potentially.
I hope not, dude. I really hope not.
It happens so often.
This needs to stop.
Yeah, kind of awkward magic stat, honestly. Like we're pretty cracked at strength, but magic not so much. Granted, we are only in the first 20 levels. Like, you normally expect neither stats to be too crazy at this point. It's just that strength is incredibly crazy right now.
And yeah,
I
I
think
definitely missed at the beginning. Yeah, Flare Force there in the shop. Go ahead.
I was I think it's around 26 that I think you start one-shotting pirates with thunders.
You
at
don't
least
have
with
any
Thundara.
thunder boosts or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's 26 Thundara or 24 Thundara. I don't know.
It feels around that range.
It's somewhere around there. Yeah, 26. I basically say even Baby Thunder will one-shot the big boys.
Yeah. There's always those like hard numbers you make, and then you're like, oh, I guess I can push it a little earlier. Like even the Threshold or 1 cycle, while normally we're like, oh, 18 magic, that's how you do it. Apparently, if you get some hits with Ultima, you can actually push it with as low as I think 15 magic or 16.
Wow. Finally, a drive gauge there. Ooh,
Picture.
Picture and a Blizzara here.
Fortunately,
Maybe.
it's
I wonder-
useless, but
Now, once again, Twilight Town not looking
a
super
magnet.
saucy.
yeah,
A
I
Magnera
don't
could
know
be
that
huge if
magnet's
they pull
enough.
that out. It would be a risk
Maybe?
for sure.
If I really wanted to get my drive levels up, I maybe consider it. But I think right now with what they've got, I don't go back to TT.
Okay, we have 2 new hints. There is
Yep.
a page in STT, the chicken and the torn page, and then 100 acre got hinted to be a fire and the proof. So not really anything interesting. It is STT, so you might as well just think about pushing it,
Yeah.
which I think VG's literally about to do.
It's funny, and y'all see that y'all just did, and you found it on check 1, of course. But I say, I want to remove any guesswork out of this. I want it to be right after Axel 2. I don't want to fight Data Roxas right now, but I want to get all these, what should be theoretically 3 points out of STT.
Oh yeah.
And then you got none.
Yeah, that really caught me off guard, and I was like, I mean, like, I guess that's nice. I don't have to worry about, like, having pretty slow struggles without Trinity or Limit for him, but I was hoping for something.
Yeah, it's like more so just so you have a little bit of guided information, even just eliminating a couple worlds, because Skill and Crossbones last seed could have been any of those last 4 worlds. There's out now, but just it's a Kanga's house. Okay, don't worry about it.
The funny thing is, I literally pushed that, and I was like, I'm going to push this now because there could be skill here. And then I got it, and then I was like, I'm so happy that paid off at the right time. And thank God we didn't have to do like GR2 or anything.
Dude, we were convinced it was about to be GR2.
We wanted
those
that seed.
Those pages got a little sweaty. Absolutely love. Again, you don't have limit form. We got Trinity limit. I love that you don't have either one. Fire is really good.
Mm-hmm. People discount fire because like, oh, it's not even worth it. I don't have Trinity. So it's, assuming you have draws and stuff, you still get like a 53 on struggles with fire.
Wait, I just noticed Met has an air combo plus on. That's very strange. Is it?
It might be on the Keyblade?
Yeah.
Yeah, and just he's going for it. Because I think this is a 7/7 Keyblade right here. Again, look at those stats. 44 strength, 24 magic right now.
Yeah, they did pick up BC. We were just talking about how strong fire is as well.
Double STT. Oh boy. This makes sense. You want the guaranteed progression points.
Yep.
Especially when you got already such strong movement so early, you're like, yeah, I'm just going to go.
Still half the world's unhinted. Now, they're at the point where it takes a little bit to get your next set of hits. It'll be 7 points here. Going through the struggle fights, they should get that up to 5 out of 7 on VG side. Met with having those 2 extra points from Hollow Bastion and somewhere else. I forget. Oh, for BC2. He will actually, assuming he has to go all the way through the struggle fight, he will get hints 9 and 10. Assuming the torn page isn't super early. I was waiting for it to be in that chest and once again disprove my point.
And so we do have a Twilight Thorn fight. Now, unfortunately, they don't really have good tools to do this fight. They can't really one-cycle it. So
they can, actually. You can squeeze this out with Thunders.
VG actually just played it safe right there, but not even
which I totally respect. With Thundara or one Thunder Boost, you can just squeeze it out, just barely.
Yeah, I don't know how top players play this. I play it like it's the speed run. I just kind of sandbag the damage.
Yeah, I personally sandbag it, and then I get some good reflects in. Because a lot of people don't realize you can reflect the black lines that go around his head. And that's just such good damage. VG now, you can sandbag a bit. It's at about 70% of the... Yeah, that should be perfect.
I like this. I like
that. Was so confident.
Yeah.
VG knows exactly what he's doing right there. Ooh.
Ran out of MP, a little annoying.
Yeah, I need a combo. Well, there's a combo master. All right.
Little Roxas.
One thing I will say about this build they have is, like, it's a nice strength stat. They've got some good magics, but the magic stat is a little poopy. They have, like, no combo modifiers, right?
No.
No, that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I mean, like, no aerial spiral, no Hori Slash, no gap closers, no ground finishers. I mean, nothing. So right now, it's a little sad having a big strength stat and not really feeling like you have those tools to take advantage of that.
Solo Trinity is pretty nice.
That's pretty good.
If you do actually have a couple draws, then it's a tiny bit faster to Magnet Trinity. But you have to have a few draws. If you don't get them all in the Trinity, then it's not faster. It's really weird. Like, it's always either faster or you break even. Ooh, Matt going?
Yeah. He should be fine, because, again, I don't think they have any reaction boosts. So, they'll drop him down. He's going to do one combo on the other side where VG did 3.
Yeah.
We get our next progression point here from Axel. Then we get one right away from Setzer. So we will be a couple points off. Those two. You actually do get 1 point from the beam check, actually, in the ST Mansion.
That is an over damage. damage. Yep, that's going to lose Met some time, unfortunately.
He might have been able to squeeze it out with fires, but not with air combos. There with that air combo plus.
Unfortunately, has to watch the movie one more time.
Yeah, luckily we do speed it up in Rando. One of the best quality of life things to add. Same thing with 100 Acre as well. Like, I played it before, that was the thing, it was not fun.
Yeah, this will be the neck break kill, but yeah. Really kind of the first, like, big blemish, I would say. Otherwise, VG definitely making up a good 30 seconds on Met right there.
We're pushing
Met has done some extra content. Again, BC2, not all of it, just through Rumbling Rose check, HB1. But VG now going deeper. Where is this going to be? We found Chicken Little. There's the other important check. Gonna be digging. Really, this is kind of the breaking point where you finally start seeing some checks at STT here at Sunset Terrace.
Yeah, STT definitely very backloaded.
Yep. Hence why a lot of people don't generally push here unless it's hinted in some way. We know we need to go here now. Again, if I'm VG because of how my points are breaking down, I want this to be on or just after Axel 2. Get me my page and get me that another couple hints that at the very least can just eliminate a few worlds.
Right, unfortunately, we do have a guaranteed mansion. It usually happens, especially in Slightly Hard. You pretty much always goes to the mansion.
Yeah. Like I said, we've been here for so long. They picked up like 10, 12 checks.
Yeah. SCT check density, not really too great, but the point density for progression points, pretty damn solid.
Oh yeah, it's so strong, especially considering the way that it just tanks your load list down. With all these cutscenes and all these loads, your load list goes so much lower, and you get that extra deficit to really work with. So pushing it feels so like even if you don't get that much, you're not losing as much as if you push like a dead PR when your opponent doesn't.
Right.
Oh, also speaking of PR, it did just get hinted actually right now for Met. It is
PR has some membership card.
I forget what else got hinted. Oh, Beast Castle got hinted. It's dead.
It's dead. So that is going to be time that VG just gets to save on Met. He definitely. Now, it's not much. It was just the Rumbling Rose checks. It works out well that he did not do what we brought up earlier and potentially push to like a Zalden for those points.
Yeah.
Because, yep, you would have then been told you didn't have to be here, dumbass.
This game really knows how to like kick you when you're down and be like, you already know you're losing time, but now you're losing even more.
I would like to say we have a 33% chance at a Data Roxas scene.
What are the odds, though?
Literally, I told you, 33%. What are the odds? 33%.
My mistake. What happened again?
Two checks here, one from Axel 2, one in the chest right afterwards. And again, what is nice about this, I said the optimal spot for VG is that it is either on him or the chest right afterwards. Because then you're going to do all of it and it will give you that next hint. Now, you know where the membership card is. Are you going to get it? Oh, we have a 50-50 shot at a Data Roxas seat. And you do not have Data Roxas tools at all. You got a quick run. There's no way. There's no way. Slightly hard, by the way.
Slightly hard, by the way.
We have. It is on Data Roxas. Oh my Lanta.
Do they push for Agrabah to get the limit form, or did you just hope you get a second negative combo?
Do they have auto limit this seed? You can. They don't have a second chance.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that is
quick run because
saucy.
Guard looping is actually slower than quick running on Data Roxas.
I think there is actually an argument to go to Agrabah. I think there is an argument to go to Agrabah. And like Agrabah 1 gives you some points. Now the problem is that's going to be on Data Nexus.
Oh yeah, Data Nexus got it.
Oh my god. Because anyone who doesn't know, it's like over 4 minutes of quick running. If they only quick run.
I think it actually is 4 minutes of quick running.
Yeah.
Like if you do the optimal quick run.
Yeah. Now, one thing alternatively, they both have a negative combo. So
and a combo master now.
And a combo master, so there is a world they can make this work without a limit form.
There is a world. Do we
now VG's saying, that sucks. I'll be back later. I'm gonna go to OC.
Yeah, I assume we'll see Matt do the same.
Love the bait back here, actually keeping, one of the two shadows above ground. There's a little bit of nuance to how to, like, bait the shadows to not just instantly go underground, have them kind of follow you a little bit, and with that reflect, beautiful placement right there by VG.
Basically, you have to just hope that Limit Forms is in 3 minutes of content in Agrabah, or else you are losing time to grabbing it compared to quick running.
Yeah.
And that literally means you can only basically push up to, like, Treasure Room. That's, like, all you have time to do.
Yeah. And you don't have, like, the added benefit of, like, I'll also get, like, some drive levels there or something. Like, maybe there's some, maybe you get second chance or something. But, again, that's not going to be progression.
Yes, I think that, and also, they do have, unhinted page?
I would have won this seed, except I would have ate Okay, that is your second to last page. Man.
A little bit about the quick... Matt's going to Agrabah.
Matt is going to find... All right. Okay.
This just got so interesting.
All right, chat. Type 1 if it's before the... If it's Agrabah 1. Type 2 if it's in the second visit. What do you think? No flash step from VG. My God, a combo modifier.
They exist.
And anything.
Because I will say, and Matt knows this, about like how that quick running is 4 minutes. And usually the reason that you don't want to quick run as well is in Data Roxas compared to normal Roxas, when you get his Keyblades, he starts with lasers, so it's so hard to get him to the right corner. However, they do have Trinity Limit, so they do have a safe way to get into that corner, and that's just the most consistent way to get him there to quick run him. But if they have like an auto limit, maybe you can squeeze out some extra damage, maybe say like a minute of quick running.
God, that is a saucy torn page placement, my God.
I hope OC is hinted very soon.
Yeah, there is like that. If he was able to find limit form here, level it up a little bit, and then go find. Because he'd be able to get limit to 5.
And you'd also get the because that'd be insane if you got the prog points from that too.
Yeah.
So VG's already going in.
Oh. He's like, flash step. I'm unstoppable. Let's do this.
I think he might be just being like, I don't even want to let myself consider not quick running right now because I need to play this safe, and he wants to just go.
It gets him hints 11 and
limit
12.
form.
Limit form!
Oh my God, that's going to save Met some time. That 1,000,000%.
That's exactly what Met needed there.
Now, what you do if you're Met, you don't rush back right now. You do content that gets limit leveled up, I think.
Yeah. No, VG is doing...
Oh my God.
How much faster is
scary.
this thing quick running?
Oh, it's definitely faster. I feel like it's
How
faster.
much faster? Probably like a minute faster?
You're saving the beginning time because you have to wait to get the keys.
Yeah, you don't have to steal the Keyblades.
This is maybe a minute and a half faster.
Oh,
however,
died for VG.
Also, why is Matt doing?
Why is Matt doing this?
I don't know.
I was like, I justify this if this is where he's leveling limit,
and he's not.
He's just. It gives him more progression points. Again, it's 2 more points, but you know it's dead. You're not going to get like.
We do still have pages in the wild. However, yeah, this is.
I would disagree with this. That limit form, I at least get limit to level 3, level 4 while I'm in here. Yeah,
But yeah,
he's
I
1
definitely
point
see
short.
Metthaios here.
Yep. Now, if he gets final or Valor or limit up to 5, that is his 11th and 12th points.
He's facing towards. Oh.
Okay, this is okay.
I
Okay,
kind of like this.
he wants points. He wants points. Halloween Town is still alive. This will get him, if he went all the way through Oogie, that's 4 points.
Yeah, and Oogie is one of the places that you have some downtime that you can level limit.
Yep.
Kind of between phases, so you can get at least like one or 2 levels there. Though I think Met with that limit form needed to push Data Rocks as early as possible, especially considering VG's also pushing it early. But I think Met assumes VG is not going to get limit form, and he thinks he has time.
Yeah.
But
God,
VG
VG is
definitely
still
respect
going.
doing this, and you don't have to worry about pushing anything.
He's still going. It is taking so long to do this.
He's
It
down
would
to
be
last
slower with the Keyblades. This is faster than grabbing his Keyblades, but grabbing his Keyblades is safer. Personally, I think it's harder when you grab his Keyblades because the way that he stops more.
I will say also, shouts to VG for not dropping this once, because this is very specific spacing. You don't want to hit him with the first hit of the combo.
Yeah.
It's so close every time to hitting him. Like it's very,
Okay,
very
what
close.
did we just find out? He got the page and OC hinted for him. It looks.
That's really good.
And LOD has Master, Blizzard Fire, and I think that's the identity disc.
Yeah.
That is the disc. Yeah. I know, like you usually don't use the simple icons.
I know, I'm like, what in the hell is that? Okay, that is a page, and he just got, obviously, the same info. So I don't know if anyone timed that. That was obviously a long fight. Met can potentially make up some time later. Okay. Now we know it's not here in Spooky Cave. Potentially could find a tool or two. Definitely don't expect to see VG just go mode this. It's again, their combo modifier tool set is awful. It's Flash Step in a dream. Other than that, this last page, we are down to Pride Lands.
That
Halloween
took
Town.
VG 3 minutes.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, that is faster than Quick Run.
Yeah, only by a minute though. Definitely not faster than Matt's fight's going to be, but I think that's going to give or take with Matt doing Twin Lords. And Prison Keeper, for that matter. But Matt did get very lucky that the OC hint was soon.
Yeah.
Because that could have been really bad.
Now, he'll only get 2 progression points for this. Is there any part of again, the only argument I would say for the last, like, if he was going to do Lords, if he was going to do Prison Keeper, I would have leveled Limit a little bit there. Like, if you're going to do it, if you're thinking, like, that's going to be my way, that's my sauce to get through the Data Rocks' fight nice and fast, that was your kind of primo opportunity to get that leveled up. Because at level 1, it ain't going to do much. He's got another opportunity here in Cerberus to do it.
I assume... See, this could get very interesting because the next... Outside of World That Never Was, I think World That Never Was is the best thing to push here because SP and Halloween Town both have visit unlocks out in the wild that you'd have to push for.
Yeah. Man, yeah, this is a tough... We're down to 4 worlds that can have this. Pride Lands, Halloween Town, Space Paranoids, and World That Never Was. Where's it going to be? They all... Space Paranoids and Halloween Town are definitely... I guess World That Never Was is actually the vast majority of the checks that are blind left in the seed. Because you already shotgun Pride Lands and Halloween Town. That's the vast majority of their checks. Met even went a little further with Prison Keeper.
Yeah.
So it's most likely World That Never Was, maybe Space Paranoids.
And World That Never Was is also the most dense in progression points for the time you're doing.
Yeah.
So I think World That Never Was would be really strong here. Especially with for Met having that limit form. I could see VG being a little more worried about it because his single target is not going to be that great. Outside of, like, I think he'd have a very, very easy time on Zigbar, but I think like Luxord and Syax might be a little slower. They have Duck Flare, so I don't know.
Other than that, though, you can basically view this as VG is a Data Roxas fight ahead. And this screens right here, which we'll see if Met does too much with it. Looks like they're pretty confident in their stats. I wonder if that's telling of they're not going to be pushing World Never Was soon. That magic stat, this is a strong, dumb Sora this seed.
Yeah, but that makes World Never Was even better for Met than for VG because Met has limit form.
Yeah.
So it makes that limit form even stronger.
It also be a good place to level your limit form.
Yep.
Getting some like cheeky Ragnarok.
Oh, that's so mean.
Oh my gosh!
How many times does that happen? God. Experience boost on level 28.
Considering Met's leveling this far without a boost, I think he's just going to do what Never Was.
Yeah, he's wanting to get his stats up a little bit.
I think you're trying to just make sure you get above the floor for Data Roxas. I think that's really the main goal here, right?
Yeah, when you have that
into-
close in strength, then that would be insane.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't
When he
think they're
drops
gonna
it,
do
he's
it.
back down to 52. Yeah, it's it's hard. You gotta
It's
get that little
It's an
boost.
accessory slot on screens, so that's something. But I think that it's
Oh.
already rocketed a 7/7 Keyblade.
Yeah, he definitely needs like a full bloom or something in his inventory that he can throw out.
But yeah, Matt is very much committing to this.
Oh, getting magic now. That'll get him above the floor in World That Never Was. And see, this is like it's the trying to figure out. Yeah, you got limit form, but you then also have to figure out how to get it along the way.
Slide dash.
Slide dash. All right, you got both gap closers. Where like VG didn't have to worry about this stuff as much. Like, yeah, he took a slower fight, but at what point is Met not going to get that time back? I really think the opportunity was in some of those boss fights we already went by.
I think that if there's a page in World That Never Was, that is Met's chance. Because Met is above the magic floor and has limit form to take advantage of that strength.
VG caught himself real quick, taking off that negative combo.
Kind of surprised he's not just doing the same thing on Roxas. But I guess because your magic's below the floor, so that's still faster. But he's gonna guard loop, I think.
Unfortunate.
All right, Met
That
probably needs a couple of those. He's not super far behind. I don't want to imply that.
Man, that's
But he is
crazy
a
that
Data
VG,
Roxas behind.
Met
feels
had
like
very
VG
much
has
has a
perfect
chance.
fight.
Yeah, Met has
Wonder.
very much has a chance, assuming there's a page in World That Never Was.
It's
That
also
was-
I
just,
find
we're still kind of casino moding it a little bit. There's 4 worlds that can have it. It is likely World That Never Was. He is getting the information if it's in Space Paranoids. If it's not in World That Never Was, it's about to be, you got to go find a world unlock.
That Air Combo Plus keeps throwing me off.
I don't know why he
Ooh,
still has
VG
it on. I guess he
It's
doesn't want to put on
1-7.
negative combo to offset it. Yeah, I know. He could have.
Yeah, I think I will put on like a combo plus and a negative combo, trying to get rid of that, so you just have the stats with no like actual issue.
All right. Met will make up time right here.
This is gonna be a huge difference between these two fights.
Yeah,
It's
Met
crazy
might
that
just
VG
finish
is struggling
this fight
here
first.
versus Met. Oh. And you go from a really good cheese strat on Data Roxas to you take it your first death to regular
Two
Roxas.
normal Roxas. That really hurts. And no get bonus because we got the get bonus on the data. That is a really funny quirk that if you do the data of a fight before the actual org fight, you get the get bonus from that one. So there is a crazy chance that you do a data of one of the fights one that ever was, and that get bonus is where a proof is, and you get to skip like 3 fights. But that's
Very, very
also
clean.
really page right there.
Wow.
I didn't even think about it.
Wow, I didn't see the page. Yeah. Oh, well, Met needed that to be a little deeper.
Yeah.
Met needed that to be a little deeper because he still got to do Data Roxas.
And a couple 100-acre pages he still has to do. Just sounds like Geek's favorite game. How many don't?
GG.
How many domes does it take for VG to lose?
keep in mind, VG still doesn't have magic damage to work with, so maybe his final fights might be struggling a bit. He doesn't have very good crowd control.
Can't believe that pot grinded the log. Never seen that before in my life.
That was bizarre.
God, Met is so close. 55. Just needs to find 5 strength somewhere. I don't think he's gonna find it.
Yeah, it's so hard. I've done enough hit lists where I'm just like, dog, if it ain't there, if it's not already over 60, like, I'm a believer it never gets there. Yeah, you see VG right here. I think this is fine. Seeing that experience, he's like, get my magic above the floor. And look at all this crap, dude. Defense, AP, more strength. That strength ain't doing anything at this point.
Yeah, Met's at 34, and yeah, there we go. Now VG's above. VG wins.
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Limit here.
Ayo.
The early call to do the cheese strat actually just helping out VG like this much.
Yeah, Met needed to level limit in the places he was already in.
Yeah, if he was gonna do it, yeah. And honestly, just I mean, he got him his information. Yeah, that's tough. He'll be able to go through this a lot faster, obviously, but like the build up to it, losing just as much time. Keep in mind, also doing a lot more time. Both races tonight, the person who basically just go moded through screens ended up winning the race, like not even having to take that time. These races can be so fast. Spending that extra 45 seconds to a minute sometimes can cost you the race.
I wouldn't be surprised if Met just knows he's behind and just wants to do Data Roxas the way he wants to do it. And it's like, I don't even care if I win, I just want to do this fight on my own terms.
Man, if that page was like at the top of World That Never Was, this is a race, dude. That limit form was going to make such a big difference. With this strength stat, Luxord, Cyax, Zemnis 1, all of them would have melted.
Sorry, I got airplaned.
Okay, he's stopped doing damage. He's gonna try to take the keys or do some like little pot shots.
Yeah, doesn't want to get him below 4 bars of health right here. Yeah, just kind of throwing in some thunders here and there.
And it's also like the thing of like, have I done enough damage that I'm gonna get this kill? Because the thing is, we only got 6 drive to work with here.
Right.
So he's not gonna get the kill limit. Unless he can get like a crazy like magnet trinity to get his drive back. Which would work. It would be really scary though. Especially with no second chance once more.
Ooh, he went so far away.
Cool.
Yeah, that could
always
happen.
sucks when he does that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now he's
gonna
out
be
of
falling
drive.
out of it here.
Oh.
Yeah, he knows he has to do this, yeah. I think he could have maybe gotten like a magnet trinity to get his stuff back, but
He's just gonna be doing this loop the whole time. I like it. I don't
He's
know if
just
this
doing
is
it for
faster though.
it's faster than guard looping.
Yeah, no, but I'm wondering if this is faster than.
But then he can get back in the limit
negative
here,
combo.
though. I don't know. I think that's with not having the drive gauges this seed. I'm not really sure.
It's hard because I don't think either of them also.
That was definitely not what he meant.
Oh, he
Yeah.
just dies for it. No.
Yeah, it sucks that they didn't find a combo boost. They're not at 60 strength, but they got so close. And they only have 6 drive. Like, that's nuts. And Met did more content. Only finding 1 extra drive gauge is rough. If you have even 7, then like you're saying, you pop out with 3, you do a reflect magnet into a trinity, you probably get there.
Oh, you definitely get that. Easily. Magnet Trinity is insane. It's also insane damage-wise, at least on Normal Roxas when you don't have the magic resistance. Because, I don't know, is Magnet light damage?
I'm not sure.
This is like a Sonic question or something.
Right. It took till I played Rando before I understood the concept of like, oh, I didn't know light was like an elemental damage, and that's why explosion and reflect do nothing to him.
Yep.
Only the data version, though, to be clear.
Mm-hmm. Same thing with is it Oogie just entirely magic resistant?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
He thinks
Met was
everything.
able to basically completely maximize the damage before stealing the Keyblades. VG,
Sam.
meanwhile, obviously on his way to take the victory. He just took out Armored Xemnas 2. So going to be one fight away from taking the dub.
Come on, Databox is more interesting than Final Xemnas.
Bruh.
I'll put both.
It was like, I tell you, man, Met also just, he made a good call. It's unfortunate for him that there was a negative combo and a combo master along the way.
Yeah.
It's like VG's best play is like, you quick run him for 4 minutes.
Well, literally, like, Met's, like, I think Met's biggest mistake was just not taking advantage enough of that limit form, not leveling it early, and also just committing to Twin Lords just for progression points when you could just do an early. I think he was just really praying for some like drive gauges to really maximize that limit form usage.
Oh my god, that limit damage. That Ragnarok did nothing.
Yeah.
He's so close.
No! Oh, we all died inside
no.
at the time he died on screen. That felt really bad.
Oh, it hurts.
Cancel
We all
the race.
wanted
I don't
to-
care who wins. Just cancel it. We're done. Wait, but you can get down here?
Wait.
He's not- he's
hey,
not.
Oh, we get
Yo!
those.
Wait,
How many? How many?
How many? Dude, okay, if you're VG when you're doing this last night, did he take a death? He took a death, yep. Yeah, that's funny. Obviously, we have in hindsight, VG said in the chat, like, I didn't have to do that.
Oh, he did these asyncs like a week ago, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's been
No,
waiting for a whole
It's
week
actually
to
a
find out if he wins or
scam.
loses.
BG actually just is live and is cheating. This is all a scam.
That's such a funny concept for, like, obviously, like, people obviously have to async all the time. It's funny doing an async. You don't even know who your opponent is going to face.
Yes.
So there's no part of you like, he doesn't know, am I going to face, he has an idea he's going to face him in semis. He's probably going to face someone good, you know?
Yeah, there was literally a situation last King of the Crown last year where I was in the final bracket and I just had a family trip that I couldn't, that was like planned during the tournament, so it wasn't like I could plan around it. And I would have had to async like double-digit seeds to actually make it through and be able to finish it out. I've had to like async at least like 14 or 15 seeds because in final bracket you're doing multiple. There could be multiple different setting types. You don't know what setting it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it
that's
would have
tough,
been
man.
awful. So I just took the like fourth place forfeit, like whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, I would like to not have to day and night play this game.
But that is GG's to VGmaster. We will see him move on in the bracket. Unfortunately for Met, he does fall. We will see him in relegations for King of the Eight. Is one of the formats he's probably slated to actually do super, super well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of this.
no.
It's funny. It's funny seeing this
no.
tournament having more and more like the Yeet the Crown bit, being like, by the way, datas are part of this. Data Demics in the qualifier, sitting here fighting Data Roxas. But again, like massive shouts to VG. Like I don't want to harp on, you know, anything else too much. Like VG making the call and having the mental fortitude, honestly, to do the single negative combo master loop on Data Roxas absolutely got him in the victory. That was awesome.
Yeah, like, well, that looked like, oh, he's just cheesing the fight. It's like double negative combo. It's just a little different. It is so hard to get that timing down. Same thing with Peter Pan, debatably, depending on the fight, like on Terra sometimes. Getting that quick jump to attack each time
it is so easy to get in your own head and just completely drop it. Not dropping it at all and getting that first try was insanely impressive.
Yeah, that is not your classic KH2. Like, there's a lot of cheese strats in KH2. That is a hard strat.
Yeah, it's like Berserk Hori, where it's like, yeah, it's technically a cheese strat, but like you don't feel bad when someone does it. You're like, that was still insane to watch. Also, very well done, Matt, finishing that out.
Forget Met.
Man, yeah, GG, Met DNFs. I respect it. GG's to Met.
Yep.
Huge congrats. Honestly, still glad you've at least finished that fight.
Yeah.
And now we have a bracket update. So VG moves on. Met we'll see in relegations of next week. And VG will now have to play the winner of Ragnoth and Nintendo.
If Nintendo wins, it's gonna be two ASICs versus each other.
Oh god.
Just have them do it.
It's gonna be such a mess.
ASM.
ASM. She's like, hey, can y'all just like go in the back and point a webcam at it?
Yeah, can you just do this live? That'd be hype.
I would be down, but I don't know if they can get that sorted out.
Let's
see what happens.
You think you're gonna do a beginner race? You're racing King of the Crown. You're racing Yeet.
That would be very hilarious. But yeah, congrats. To
Oh,
VG.
Matt, is that why you did the strike raid? Oh, that's super sad.
Wait, what?
Apparently, the pre-menus
pre-menu,
on the limit menu like carries over no matter where you're at. So from limit form earlier in the world, whatever it was, he already pre-menued something and then tried pre-menu it again and then got strike raid.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
super unfortunate.
So I think you tried to get a Ragnarok out, but he already was on a Ragnarok and then got a strike raid instead.
That's doo-doo fard.
That's so
It's your
strange.
carry though. I mean, like it makes sense, but it's just something it's like several minutes apart. You're not even gonna remember that you pre-menued it.
That's how the game works. Thanks, BG.
Hey, yo.